Yeah.
So CJ's very tense today.
I'm very tense today,
What's up, man?
Straight up. I don't know what's happening. This is not even a podcast. This is a counseling session for you. So
What's going on, bro?
what's happening? What's happening this week?
What's happening this week?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
We're gonna act like the guests are not here for a second. And we're just gonna what's happening?
Nothing.
What did you do today?
What did I do today?
Yeah.
I just chilled, didn't it?
Just chilled.
I made a beat. And then,
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you gave a beat or you made a beat?
I made a beat.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. That's pretty much it, innit? Like, just getting out of sleep, you know, it's summer and that. So it's getting hot and that.
Now let's not act like we're ignoring the
Yeah.
guests. Alright, so
What's going on, people? Obviously, Kilimanjaro Podcast, back at again.
here's a podcast, yeah.
I'm not even sure. Yeah, I'm the boy, cjlordane.
Yo,
And
you're
I
their
hear
boy.
Huh?
You're their boy.
Yeah,
Fair
I'm their
enough,
boy
fair
today,
enough, fair
innit? Yeah, you know. And obviously, co-host.
Yeah, you know me. I do marketing. I do all of that shit, and like we spoke about a little bit of that earlier. But yeah, so we got some pretty cool guests. Started a clothing line, and they're like multifaceted. They all do like various different things outside of the clothing line itself. But they've kind of brought together friendship as well as a business together, which I guess we're trying to do the same thing. In that vein, so we relate to it heavily, and we fuck with it hard. So tell us some more about it, bro.
Go on, bro.
So what is SayNoMoreClothing?
In the building. What are you saying? Come on.
Yeah, so first of all, my name is Richard. One of the 3 directors. I say directors. Yeah, directors of SayNoMoreClothing Limited.
Now I saw that license on Instagram, innit?
Yeah.
Legitimate now. Come on.
But yeah, SayNoMoreClothing. Where do we start? Started at 2016. So how it came along was we used to play football. So me, Jason, a couple of other boys playing football in the park. So it was like our local park. So we used to play there like every day or every weekend. And then there was a saying I used to say, talk to your boy. So as you can see here, talk to your boy TTYB. Yeah, so I used to say that quite a lot. So
why did you say that? So I wanted to understand that, because it's like, talk to your boy.
Yeah.
I've heard it best. Just like Say No More.
Yeah.
2016, everyone was just throwing that phrase about.
Yeah.
Right? Which is why obviously it's on a t-shirt now, on a hoodie, whatever. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say the t-shirt bit. That's coming out soon. All right, but yeah, talk to your boy. What, like? Yeah,
so it was just a thing where, let's say for example, Jason's brought you along. I don't know you yet, but I know if Jason brings someone along, I know we're all gonna be like, cool.
I know.
What I mean?
Okay.
So if, say for example, we're playing football and you do something wrong, I don't really want to get onto you, so I'll be like, hey Jason, I beg you, talk to your boy.
Okay.
Yeah. Or I'll just be like, hey Jake, talk to your boy. What's he doing? But so then it became a thing where now everyone's saying it, and then one of our good friends said, look, listen, why don't we make a clothing line out of it? Yeah. And then me and Jason were looking at each other like, that's not a bad idea, man.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So yeah, that's how it came along.
Organic, just like someone said it to you.
Yeah.
You let it marinate in your head, and you're like, you make some money from this shit, eventually.
Yeah. Obviously, I have to bring my piece in there, talk to your boy, the camo wearing. Come on, I've got to represent it now. I was going to wear it in it, but I've got the black one, and it's too hot in it. The sun, so I maybe have to get the white one,
I mean, that sounds like an excuse to me. But
this guy
it would have looked way better for the episode,
I know, innit?
But we're gonna cop some pieces. We're gonna post on Instagram at some point as well.
Definitely.
So you see that happen. But yeah, you want to introduce yourself?
Yo, my name is Jason. Like, literally, I don't know what to say, man. Like, I'm just an all-rounder, innit? Like, with the clothing line itself, like, it was just a blessing that I had some sort of design skill, like drawing up everything. Like, I can show you later on anyway after the podcast, like all the steps that I took just to get the logo that we have today, like the monkey logo, the Talk to Your Boy logo. Like, it was painful, wasn't it? Like, we were just going back and forth with designs. Had a couple arguments, and then just everything just fit into place afterwards, innit?
No, but that's perfect. I feel like those arguments or those pain points emerge as blissful factors at the end. Because if you don't have any arguments, you're probably doing something wrong.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? You're probably just gonna fuck up. Like, okay, that's it. But yeah, so organic idea, kind of random from football, blah blah blah, football days, and then you have how many boys involved in this? So obviously you guys are like, okay, you had the main conversation. Then around this, you know, I may have heard the Let Me Preach podcast that you guys were on. And apparently there was what, 12 guys around you?
Yeah.
12 man then.
So at the time...
shout out to you, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah, no, at the time we had about 12 people?
Yeah.
12 people. 12. Like, that's when the whole idea came about. There were 12 people. They're all saying, yeah, let's get on this. And then, yeah, that's when we started having the arguments and people were like, this is actually too much to handle, you know?
When you said 12 people, bro, I'm like, that's never gonna happen.
Bro, that's
like,
what,
low-key, you're never gonna
people.
operate a business of friends like that. Because there's gonna be 8 people who are like, yeah, I'm just gonna act like I'm around, but I'm not really gonna put much into it. And then there's 4 people who are kind of carrying, you know, the relay baton around.
Exactly, yeah. So after the disagreements and stuff, like, respectfully, them lot were like, you know what, this is not for us. We'll just let you man do it. We'll support you, and they've been supporting us. So big up all them 12 people there.
Big them up.
But yeah, like it just narrowed down to 3 people at the end of the day. Obviously myself, Richard, and Alex. But yeah, it was a hard grind to get to where we are today. But yeah, 12 to 3 people is mad. Deep in it.
But it had to happen, and somehow you've emerged out of it with like a super fan base, you know? You could give them like 1% shares or something like that, you know what I mean?
just like...
you know? But yeah, I guess that's when it starts like really kicking off, innit? Like you could always go back to them and be like, listen, you've been supporting since day, you know, we want to make you a part of this for real. Let me put your name on the, you know, license that you guys got, for example, you know? Now that's really cool. I just wanted to kind of understand like the logistics around the business, innit? So it's like you have 3 main people. Now what are your main roles? So I guess talk about the guy who's not with us today, Alex. Yeah, so let's talk about what Alex does first, and then we'll talk about what you guys do.
So Alex,
mainly.
Shout out to Alex, by the way.
Shout out Alex.
Anything in terms of social, so our main social, I say, was probably Instagram. So at S.N.M.C. So that's
just bare dots.
It's a mouthful, but
find it.
Yeah. So anything in terms of Instagram, Facebook, etc., he does it. So he runs it. But also at the same time, though, you could be talking to him, but also you could be talking to me.
Because you guys are all logged in the account, right?
Yeah. So we all do our fair share, but mainly it's Alex is doing it.
Okay, cool.
Myself, well, I'm doing the Twitter side of it. So we got Twitter, so it's at S.N.M.C 191. So guys, follow the page.
Follow up.
I'm also doing the networking side a little bit as well. So in terms of trying to bring people in, trying to work that out, sales and stuff in that department, that's me. And then big man over here, like he said before, with the logos, graphic design, that's all him. And the accounts and everything like that.
Oh really?
Yeah, with the manufacturers, quality checking, stock checking, website, all of that comes under my category there.
Now that's a pretty good split, man. Like, okay, cool. So you have one guy who's like the main marketer who kind of oversees everything, and you guys obviously chime in here and there.
Yeah.
Like the reason why we're having this podcast is through you, because you know CJ, right? For example, and that's like dabbling into your area a bit, I guess. Yeah. But you guys are all like
we're all taking
interchangeable.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not just one person you do all of that. Or one person you do all of that. No, sometimes I might be doing the social side of it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
he might be doing the social side of it. I might be doing a little bit of the manufacturing side of it, or answering the DMs or whatever. So we all just like drips and drabs and help each other out. Even though there's one person that's doing it mainly, if for example, if someone's not there, and we don't know what to do, like you know what I mean. So if we all can somehow do our little bit to help out, you're not just relying on one person and be like, oh, everything just comes to a standstill. It's not like that. And also at the same time, all 3 of us are learning from each other every day. There's things which, like in terms of like what you're doing editing and stuff, I don't know a thing about it, but I'm ready to learn. I'm there asking around.
Come sit in a session, bro. CJ's gonna give me tutoring. Because I guess with our podcast, like a lot of people are trying to start podcasts out there right now, right? And it's all about having a USP, or all about having like a unique vision. Our unique vision is like going on top of that networking aspect. Like we are gonna bear back networking. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
this guy's already gone like overboard on the networking,
bro.
man.
No, honestly,
you need
like,
to
bro,
do it.
I swear to God,
it.
I have 50 guests lined up
Literally.
already, and they're all like around your caliber.
Yeah.
You know,
Literally.
with the brand, like every one of them have either a skill that they can do freelance, that they can make the dosh off, or a business. You know, and then we're just kind of championing that. But like, I know fuck all about editing. I know everything about marketing.
Yeah.
And
For
vice
me,
versa.
Yeah, like he's gonna teach you marketing. That's
That's
where
the
I'm
plan.
struggling at.
And
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lengthy, road up ahead.
But at the end of it, you're
But at
both
the end of
gonna, you're both gonna learn from each other, and it's into fruition. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, exactly.
there's stuff which he does, and I'm like, how the hell do you do that?
Yeah,
But
no,
I'm not afraid to
100%.
ask him and be like, yo, I'm ready to learn, bro.
Yeah.
Tell me. It might sound silly to him and be like, oh. But then I'll be like, no, I need to learn that, because if I'm on my own and someone asks me, for example, what's the accounts there, or what's going on in your on the website?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Why is there a bug
yeah,
there?
like,
Why is the website
and
bad?
I'm just like, I don't know, you need to ask Jason, but Jason's busy, he's doing something else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look silly, like, he'd be like, you're part of S.N.M.C. How do you not know this? So
Yeah.
it's good to just learn for everyone, just ask questions, man. If you're not ready to learn, ask questions, you're never gonna know. So
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys notice, I do a bit of poetry here and there, right? And I have this quote about blind spots, because your blind spots, if you don't look after them, you're probably gonna crash.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
In the same way you're driving a car, you're going to crash if you don't know how to do the accounts, for example, or if you don't know how a new design fits onto a t-shirt, and he's busy doing something else.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. Any more questions you have before I?
Yeah, I mean, you reference your influences, like it's like your friend circle, like all your quotes and that. Like, do you have any more? Do you have any other influences from like anything on like pop culture or anything you've heard, anything you've seen?
Not really, nah. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Trevor Scott.
Actually, no, talk about that. Shout out to Robbie Bruce. So he works for Capital Extra.
Okay.
He does, I believe it's homegrown, 7 p.m. on Mondays, I believe. I'm not too sure, but
No, we'll check that.
We'll check that out.
We'll
They're lying,
correct that
they
if
won't
we
check
need
it
to.
out. We'll make sure we'll check it out.
But shout out to one of my good friends. Her name's called V. She's been supporting us from literally day dot.
Yeah.
And through her there's quite a few people that we have networked with, and Robbie's one of them. And he just liked what we were doing, and we just sent him. What did we send him?
A hat.
We sent him a hat.
And then during lockdown, during lockdown was just madness, because he was doing like interviews like through live, innit, on Instagram Live. He's wearing a hat with like KSI, couple boxers, and all of them people there. Like, I've got a couple of screenshots on that, but yeah, man, he was doing bits.
No, definitely screenshot that and repost that shit over and over again.
Yeah.
But it's so simple to make a connection. It's like either, give a good word out. You're like, okay, cool. Listen, I like what you guys are doing. Let's talk about it, which is how we got the podcast done.
Yeah.
You sending a shirt or a hat,
Yeah.
right? Just to get that more exposure. And you don't even necessarily want something in return. You're just kind of doing it out of goodwill. And that's what people don't do enough nowadays. And that's kind of, again, one of the ground rules that we have over here. It's like, okay, we have to champion every single thing that we do is out of a good gesture, not just for a transactional relationship.
Yeah.
Which we've spoken about in previous episodes. You can go watch that, check out.
When it drops in it, yeah.
Yeah, but anything else you have to?
Yeah, obviously you say that you're gonna move into like other product types in it, and that with summer around the corner, innit? Because obviously summer season and that. So, what are you guys saying about that? You got any more, any new lineups or coming?
What we got, man? What we got?
See, they're both heating up. When you do that with your hand,
They got a surprise, innit?
there's a bit of smoke around here. I can't lie. This podcast room that we're in right now, it smells like weed. Can't lie. It smells like bud. Someone smoked before this session. We came in, we got second-hand buy. That's what happened.
Oh boy.
But yeah, any new clothing drops?
Any new clothing drop at the moment?
Must be t-shirts, huh?
we've got t-shirts. That's the thing. We've got t-shirts, but I think our venture is probably gonna be this in a t-shirt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Summertime's coming. We need it in white. We need it in black. We need it in camo. We need it in every single color possible. I think that's our next venture soon.
Is this like your most popular product?
I would say so. Like this. Sold out.
The hat, and then the camo top that you have, the black one.
Yeah.
Those are the top 3 by far. And it took us by surprise.
Alright, so cool. So I would say show it to the camera, so it's vivid. Just stand up. You're the one behind the design,
So
right?
yeah,
This is the logo.
it's the logo there. If you want to check the back out as well, I don't know if you can see the back.
It says let your clothes speak for you.
Come on.
Because we don't need to do so much talking. Say no more.
Say no
Say no more. That's it. That's all you have to do, innit?
Literally.
So I guess you're the inspiration for the brand. By the way, if you do have a hoodie that comes back in stock, let me know. Medium, please. Okay, I need that.
100%.
And then 2, like, where did you come up with this scripture kind of type brand?
Oh, it's
branding?
literally just research, man. It's like I've been just looking on Instagram and just looking at other places, see what people are doing, and then that one. It took us about 2-3 weeks to maybe get the design correct.
Yeah.
Just going back and forth.
Literally.
Because obviously we had an episode with a graphic designer in it.
Yeah.
That was our last episode.
Yeah,
Thursday.
Kaz in it, yeah.
Kaz, that was an interesting episode, right?
Yeah.
But she obviously goes through an extensive process for branding.
Yeah.
Even if it's something as little as our Kilimanjaro square. We'll show you what it looks like afterwards, innit? But there's like 7 prisms, and then there's 11, then there's 15, then you get to the thing. And that's like a proper graphic designer who's like kind of studied the trade and worked in Kenya with her dad.
Right.
Which is why I'm going to connect you with her, obviously.
Right.
But I guess it might not be as an extensive process, but do you do similar kind of things? Because it's iteration after iteration.
Yeah, so kind of like, so we know what we want on the t-shirt itself.
Yeah.
It's just finding the right font. So just looking at fonts, just like scrolling through, like there's probably about 10 to 15 different fonts. I was just putting out on a group chat, like which one do you like? And then this one just stuck out, innit? Yeah. This one stuck out, but then there was something missing. There was something missing. And this is where it got tricky, because the man they wanted this logo. We didn't want to overdo the hoodie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we were thinking put the logo there, or like here or here, and just something like that. And then I was like, let's not make it too techie. And then I just literally took out the O and replaced it with that, and just done a little design thing where it just fits.
And you centered it as well, and now I can see how that creative came into motion.
Yeah. So I just literally just took out little bits of there just to make it look like it's part of the actual letter in itself. And then we were just like, that's it.
Yeah, and we were talking a bit earlier about the scripture itself. We obviously know that it's very trendy. 2016, 2019 is when it really started kicking off, with the slanted italics. And a lot of clothing companies, especially the ones that have blank London in front of them, I'm sure you guys have seen those as competitors. I wear pre-London with they don't give me anything for it. I kind of just put it out there. I used to, but then they got big, so brand ambassadors are out the window. Now I'm sure you guys will probably have a brand ambassador program come into motion. How does that look?
So Alex has been working on that, hasn't he?
Majority
of it. He's just been connected with so many people. And at the moment it's still in the works. There's not much information that we can share, but it's still in the works. You know what I mean?
Give like little snippets. You got to tease the people. So obviously you're gonna look for people who can add value to your brand in terms of following. You need more eyes on your product.
Yes.
Right? So you're probably looking at the gaps between 3K all the way up until like 10K to start off with a brand of your size, right?
Yeah.
And it's just finding people who are like-minded and kind of follow the sentiment behind the brand.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like if you look at other clothing brands, like they're starting up, they've got like 1K, 2K followers and that, and like half of them not genuine, man. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like I know a clothing line that's following so many people. They wait until they follow them, and then they start unfollowing them.
Bro, that's 2016 shit though.
Yeah.
It's like I can't like you can't grow from that anymore.
It still happens today, and that this is
only organic.
Exactly.
It only works with organic. If you don't follow a lot of people, let's say you follow 10 people.
Yeah.
And you keep getting shares. That's how you grow nowadays.
Yeah,
You can't grow with just the following, unfollowing. It works for the first 500 to 1,000 followers.
Yeah. But then after that,
but then there's no engagement.
Yeah. That's the word.
If you have no engagement, guess what?
It's
you have no buyers at all.
Yeah, there was something about I think it was a year ago. There was some influencer. I think some company must have approached her to say, "Oh, can you like endorse our product and that?" So she does it and all that because she must have like, I think she had like 1 million followers or something like that.
Yeah.
And then she does the whole thing. She endorses it, and it ends up, and she doesn't end up getting like any sale.
I think I heard about that one.
Yeah. I think it was like a year or two ago. But yeah, that just goes to showing it. It's like, it's not necessarily about the numbers.
Yeah.
It's about the engagement.
Yeah. Literally, man.
And the thing is, on the influencer side, because obviously I work in marketing right now, influencers expect to be paid on every transaction. You know, like straight up, they don't expect, you know, oh, if you sell this amount of products, then we'll pay you. Yeah. It doesn't work like that anymore because influencers have kind of got huge heads, and because of that, no one else kind of gets to really benefit off them unless you give out something for free.
Yeah.
Which is why, you know, we were touching on earlier, you know, you were giving away caps.
Yeah.
Because that's another way to like put your foot in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Then once you're in the door, you can then you know
delegate and
talk to them about whatever it is
have more
afterwards.
control. But yeah, sometimes it's a saying that you need to sometimes take 5 steps back to take 10 steps forward. So like you said just now, us giving away, you know, hats for free doesn't mean, oh, we've lost here. It's actually a gain. Yeah. Because like we said earlier, we big up to Robbie again. Shout him again because he's done tremendous work for us, isn't it? He didn't have to, but like you said, every single live or stories frequently, he's putting it on, tagging us, saying, "Oh, follow the brand, good brand, blah blah blah." So it just shows that,
I think just a lot of people relate to it in the rap culture as well, bro. Like talk to your boy, everyone flings that around. Yeah. You know, like we were saying, like even if like people who go studio, these men throw that saying around all the time.
Nah, but you talk to your boy, bro.
Yeah, like just talk to him, bro, because I can't. Because if I do, I'm gonna look like a dickhead, and I will not be able to form a friendship around it. So can you bite the bullet?
See, that's the well-spoken version of it, isn't it?
Basically, That's like the poshness coming out the window. Any more questions before I divert this to fast fashion and put you guys in the hot seat for a bit?
It's yours.
In the hot seat. I swear, they're already in the hot seat, man.
Yeah, bet hot, man.
Now we've gone easy.
During the pandemic, building your growing your brand in the pandemic, did you come across like any obstacles or anything?
I'll say the obstacle would be getting out there and get photography, videos, and all that sort of stuff done, innit? Yeah. That's the main obstacle that we did face. Luckily, we've had like backdated photos that we've not used, so we've got to use them. And like even being at home, we were just putting pics up. Do you know what I mean? Like of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess you can do the more internet stuff, right?
Yeah.
In a way, it was more of a blessing that we had the pandemic because we had a lot more time to actually focus on the brand and focus on a lot more things which you wouldn't have on a normal day because me, like my day-to-day profession is I'm a PE teacher. I'm a teacher assistant, so I work in a primary school. So usually that time that I have from about 6 to about 5, it's not there. But during the pandemic, when we're off, I had so much time to do whatever. And then like Jason said, we had a lot of photos which are backdated, or if we had to create new things, new content, we could do that anyway. We started going on TikTok as well, so that sorted
you
sort
have
of helped up as well. Yeah,
eventually you have to.
You got to keep up.
You have
with
to swim with the fishes, bro. Swim with the little fish.
I've been trying to avoid TikTok for time, but I think it might be.
You got to jump on it. Trust me. Trust me, jump on it, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, like these 30-second clips that we have, every single one of them is gonna go on TikTok, bro. Because it has to.
It has to.
That's the best channel for organic reach alongside OnlyFans.
No,
I'm telling you, bro. It's mad. But for organic reach, when you have
toes out.
CJ, why are you getting so excited?
I get in the bag for getting toes out.
And you know what? I have girls who talk to me about that same feet pic thing all the time. Like, why do these girls lie about showing their feet on OnlyFans? Like, just either do it or don't.
Own it.
Either do it or don't.
Own it.
Are you into feet?
Are you into feet?
Whoa. You know what? I'm tapping out of this conversation. I've decided that this is your floor now.
Man said, my floor, you know.
You asked the question.
White toenails.
Man said, toenails. What?
Yeah, what?
Nah, bro. That can't be me, innit? That can't be me.
French tips, innit? That's what you're into.
French tips.
Or the multicolored things.
Jeez, multicolored things.
Wait.
You know the multicolored things?
Nah, you should do Say No More nail polish.
Let your toes speak for you, know them ones. Oh boy.
Yo, you're sweating, you know. After that, you go in the hot seat.
Yeah, I'm in the hot seat now, innit? That's calm, anyway.
So yeah, Say No More nail polish coming soon. But on the real, OnlyFans is a great way to get exposure. It's just like Patreon for podcasts, essentially. So it's like exclusive content that you can get people to subscribe to. So, for example, if Say No More decided to do a podcast behind the scenes and talk about all of their latest drops, blah blah blah, they could technically do on OnlyFans, and it would be logistically possible to pay for ads and get a return. You know, rather than going on Instagram. I'm sure you guys must have played around with boosting posts here and there. Probably the Alex guy, right?
Yeah.
And if you pay maybe £100, you might get a decent return. But anything less than that, there's no point. On every single post.
Yeah. On every
know
single
what I
post. Yeah, on every single post. Yeah. But yeah.
I feel like with stuff like that, you need to make sure you do it right. Otherwise, you're gonna target the wrong people, and you're not really gonna get. You'll get the numbers, but you won't get the actual like. Yeah. I
think organically as well, we're doing quite well.
Organically,
we're doing quite well. Like our last post, I think it hit over 2K.
The video.
How many? For
less than 24 hours.
Less than 24 hours. Yeah.
2K
so
organically.
No
bro. Boost, nothing, no paid, nothing. Just.
I'm telling you, you get that collective of 12 people to just put stories out at the same time. That's probably one of the best things you can do.
And it's obviously shout out to our peoples or our friends and whoever, friends of friends, that when the post comes out, like you said, they're sharing it straight away, boom, boom. So it's just here and it just comes out, blah, 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 blah. It's just like a, tree and an olive branch. It just all comes out.
Exactly.
And everyone's just posted at the same time, tagging us as well. So, you know what I mean? Everyone's just looking at it. Even if you just like, you look at it and be like, good publicity.
You just see the notifications pop up and you're like, okay, we must be doing something right now.
Whether you think, who's that guy, man? What's that?
Yeah.
It's still, we're still looking at it.
That's good publicity.
Exactly. Bad publicity
There's
is good
no such thing
publicity.
as bad
You know what I mean? So, So.
Yeah, man. But I guess, how do you not get caught up into that? So obviously you guys have been in this business for like 3 years now, right? And I guess obviously you took time from lockdown. Like, it didn't really affect you because you were able to look at the strategic elements of it and put everything in place. But how do you not get caught up into everyone sharing, everyone following? Because it's easy to do that.
It's a good question, you know.
Because a lot of people, when they're starting a side hustle.
Yeah.
So, for example, the guy we spoke to, Akil, he has 20k followers now. He's doing well for himself. But he had a time for a year's period where he let it get to him to the point where he got scammed 2-3 times. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's obviously, as an individual, you guys have like your shoulders to cry on, basically.
I was just about,
I guess you get away from it in that aspect because you're not on your own.
Yeah.
But how else do you kind of...
Yeah, no, I was literally just about to say, in terms of your friend Akil, he's on his own. So there's no one to sort of, like you said, to look back and be like, oh, it's the right idea. Or, nah, this doesn't look too great. Or, oh, I'm going to go straight in and dive in. So with us, with me, Jason and Alex, there's never a time where if I get something, for example, say you DM me and you come with a proposition. I will never say to you, okay, we'll do it straight away. I always say to you, I'll get back to you and I'll speak to the team. So that's how we delegate things. So then we'll be like, I'll say, for example, I'll say my piece, I'll be like, okay, this sounds good, but what do you guys think? Jason could be like, yeah, this sounds good. Then Alex will say, guys, just look at it from this side. It sounds good, but this could happen. This could be the implications of what can happen. That means you're just like, oh, you know what? That's right, you know. Let's sit back a little bit. ask a bit more questions, then we can follow through with it. So
really understand the proposition.
Yeah.
First, and then...
So that we have that sort of to look on. So you have, it's not just me or him. We've got 3 people that can, you know what I mean. So it's not, oh, it's a double check. It's a triple check, sort of to say, you know what I mean. So we're quite lucky in the sense of it doesn't get caught up in us in that aspect, because I've got him and I've got him as well. So, but yeah, it there's times where personally I've been like, yeah, that's a great idea, bro, let's go for it. And then he's had to G-check me and be like, yo, talk to your boy, man. What's he talk to him, man? What's he doing? But I'll never take offense to it, because again, he's my boy. So we before the business, we've built a friendship. So that's why in a way I'm kind of blessed that I've known this guy for a good 6 years or so. Alex, that's my boy. I've known him for about a good 20 years, you know what I mean? Exactly. So he knows me inside out. Even though it's not long, he knows me inside out as well. So in that sense, if he comes to G-check me, I'll never take it as, oh, why are you getting onto me? Too personal, it's there's always something behind it. There's always a goodwill behind it. It's never, I'm just doing it to hot you up because it makes me feel good. It's always, you're protecting me first, and then also we're protecting the business as a whole, because like you said, with your boy, with your guest, scams can happen, and you never know, man, because
it's just like
it's always hard to differentiate who's genuine and who's not genuine, because everyone comes with the same
to
sort
that
of
transactional mentality. It's like, okay, if I don't get something for even having a conversation with someone, what's the point? You know what I mean? What's the point in starting something new? What's the point in going out there and trying to get that thing that you've been eyeing up for like 2 months? You know what I mean? You've just been waiting. You're just sitting in the background, like on Instagram, about to type a DM, and then you go off. She can see you're typing, bro.
Yeah. She's just there like,
don't this guy doing, bro?
What's the point?
The people don't, and
might as well send me an emoji. You know what I mean?
But the people don't forget, like, what we do as a whole. It's everyone's just seeing the posts and the stories. Exactly. No one's seeing what's behind it in terms of the groundwork or
tip of the iceberg.
Like just like I think Jason mentioned before, saying that we're putting the work in, and then there'll be people that will just look at you and be like, no, he's not doing that great.
That's what I'm saying. But and they'll do that just to make themselves feel better.
Exactly. Because because
they're not doing their shit.
Yeah.
They will project something onto you, you know. And the reason why I brought up the quote of like how you guys don't get caught up into like the social media stuff and the numbers and everything is because it's all about your environment, isn't it? Yeah. It's like, does your environment give you the serenity to handle the things you can't change, right? Adzan was obviously following
one of his poems,
but,
you know.
love it.
But it's just simple. It's like, okay, you have to control your space sometimes. You avoid the conflict that you would have had if you made the error, you know, without liaising with anyone. And I can vouch for that personally, because before you guys came on the show, my guy was like, let me chat to the team first, innit? Let me just make sure.
See?
Let me do my due diligence, innit?
And I've said the same thing, but I didn't know he told you that. But that is what we go with. Alex will say the same thing. Yeah. We will never go through it. It's always, let me get back to the team. Yeah. When we
and that's a protocol that you stick to.
That's what we stick to.
Yeah.
Obviously, there'll be times where, let's say, for example, Jason might be busy, Alex might be busy, and there might be a time where I have to do something on the spot. Yeah. And I can't say come back to the team because it's a point of, if I don't, we'll lose it or not. So I have to go with my gut feeling and obviously my knowledge as well at the same time. Yeah. But the thing is with these two, they've known me for a long time. They trust my judgment as well. Obviously, we don't get everything right, but
of course, you're not going to.
Yeah, you're not going to get everything right. That's why we have these stumbling blocks. But it's to overcome these obstacles and be like, okay, yes, something's here, but how can we break this down? So when next time we do hit this obstacle, do we jump over it or we just go head straight first? So we always try to peek through, see if it's good, and then we can, you know.
That's the thing. I guess with two people around you who can see a zoomed out perspective that you can see, they can kind of lift you up over the obstacle and be like, just look for a second. Yeah. Is it gonna work? And then there'll either be yes or no. You know.
Yeah.
And then you get to the bottom of it. So, I think we should reverse it back onto how you guys even met. So how did you meet him? How the fuck are we here right now?
But yeah, what's it? So yeah, I met Jason through retail part-time while I was doing uni.
Seems quite ambiguous. You don't want to say the name of the place?
Man, screw that place, man. They can go fuck themselves, didn't they?
Bro, you know your co-worker's gonna watch this. That's who's gonna watch this.
Fuck you, bro.
Karen.
Yeah, I met him. I was starting uni at the same time I got the job.
Yeah.
So I met him there. He was working, because he was working 7 days a week. So he was doing his main job, innit? Yeah. And then he was doing part-time at that place.
With the clothing line running on top.
Yeah, with the clothing line running on top, innit? So he was already like doing that work and that. Yeah. So yeah, I met him through there. Obviously, and your brother, innit? Johnny. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Yeah, that's where I met them from.
Yeah, I trained him, man.
I trained him.
So now we're getting a bit more. That's why I didn't want to say anything. Trained him. All right.
I trained him, man.
Wait, what? For sales, basically, right?
So, no, because we were in the warehouse, innit?
Yeah.
You know how they were. They would never let me downstairs because I chat to all the gal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I chat to all the gal, they'll be like, nah, you're working upstairs by yourself.
So it's kryptonite, bro, I'm telling you. You can tell.
It's not my fault, they come to me, do you know what I mean? I'm just a bubbly person. Like, Colin can vouch for me, innit? You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, half the battle is a beard. Once you have a good beard, like right now, mine looks like it did when I was 14. So allow me.
Bro, I don't know what this guy did, bro. This guy just trimmed it down.
Listen.
This
I had
is
to...
embarrassing. All I can get is a goatee. That's it. This guy, that's gonna in a month from now, you'll see that comment. Like, how? Like, give me some of that, man. Just like,
And you're Sri Lankan, innit?
Yeah.
So these men get beards before even I did. So they get it when they were 12, 11, 10.
Listen,
you know?
looking like Chewbacca and that, fam.
But yeah, okay, so what? You were there, like, both of you doing, like, warehouse work just to try and get on your feet, basically, innit? Try and supplement, your music stuff, your whatever the fuck you were going to do because you didn't know you were going to do SayNoMoreClothing and stuff.
Yeah, no, like, we had the clothing line before.
But what, you were doing a job as well, right?
Yeah, so where I'm currently working as a customer service manager, I do marketing on the side as well for that company. I basically run the whole online section of that business.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so we've got two businesses under the same roof, and I run one side of it completely. But yeah, so at the time, well, just before CJ joined, I was an apprentice. So I was working 6 months full time, and then I got my apprenticeship, done that for a year while working Saturday, Sunday. So I was doing 5 days there and then 2 days in fuck. But yeah, and then man, I was there for what, a good 5 years doing 7 days. Yeah, so literally I was just grinding, man. I was just like, need to like save up for a house, bought my car. You saw my car.
And Mercedes, hey, come on, man's got the Benz and that.
Yeah, man, he's leveling up, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So when I rocked up, it was about 2 years in or something, innit? 2.5 years in, I rocked up with the A-Class, the red Benz. And then all the managers, everyone was just looking at me like, "Rah, Jason, you got that? You get on hire purchase? Did you that? Get a loan?" I'm like, "Nah, man, I bought it outright."
Yeah, they were hating, bro.
Oh, they're just salty, bro.
Yeah, trust me, bro.
Trust me, they were salty.
You know them salt shaker crisps?
Yeah.
They didn't even have the crisps, just the salt shaker. That's it.
Pure salt,
Pure salt.
Like they were just looking at
Open
me.
your mouth quick. You know what I mean? We'll talk about COVID from a personal level, innit? Because I feel like you did speak about that on Let Me Preach, right?
Yeah.
What is his name, by the way?
Casey.
Yeah. So you spoke about that with Casey, like how it affected the brand, like did you guys grow, blah blah blah. But like from a personal level, you can start and then you can follow. How did it stifle you and how did it push you forward? So give an example of both.
If I'm gonna be completely honest,
it
didn't affect me at all. Like
brick wall.
No, but like okay, it didn't affect me. Obviously, I love playing football. It affected me playing football, but in terms of like mentally, I'm quite strong in that sense. Well, you can sort of vouch for that, but not much sort of. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but
so is it something where you're like you're mentally strong because you've kind of done the work behind the scenes kind of thing, and you've kind of understood yourself, or are you just a happy-go-lucky individual who doesn't really let a lot bother you?
I think, I'll probably say
The
that.
second one, right?
The second one, I'd say I'm just the guy that brings the life to the party sort of thing.
Yeah.
As soon as I come in the room, it sort of brightens up.
You trying to shit, that's me, bro.
That's it. Who's been talking more?
I think everyone wants to be that.
Yeah. He's trying to be that, but no, but like, in general, just I'm the guy that sort of doesn't take life too seriously.
No, I like that.
Obviously, when it comes when it comes to it, obviously, of course, I know it to be serious.
When it's showtime, when you're in the hot seat,
of course,
you're gonna bring your A game.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
generally, I'm a person I'm quite laid back.
Yeah.
Like as we're here, just bantering. First
That's
of all,
what I'm saying. That's what I'm
straight
saying.
away.
This is
like
literally the first time I have not seen these guys' faces ever in person.
But it feels like we've been here for ages. You know what I mean? So
that's what I'm saying, and I think that's why it works, isn't it? Like, we're just 4 people who are very laid back, don't take life too seriously. I mean, I personally might at times.
Get like that, man.
Yeah, of
but
course
shadow
it
work,
gets
innit?
like that.
Through shadow work, you work on it behind the scene. You understand like who you are as a person a little bit more every year, and you kind of get over that shit, innit? But for you, I'd probably say pretty similar, right? Like, nonchalant guy, laid back, life of the party kind of figure.
No, man, like
That's self-proclaimed, by the way. I'm just quoting what he said. I'm not doing anything else.
yeah, man. I'm just laid back, man. Like, when it comes to like being serious, I'm serious. But when it comes to like, just chilling, vibes in, just having fun sort of thing, I'm like that as well. Do you know what I mean? But if you go back onto the question about like the whole COVID and all that sort of stuff, I was still working. I was working from home, so I had new hours where I had to start at 8 o'clock, finish at 4:30. You know what I mean? But behind then, I was just doing bare things, keep myself occupied, trying to exercise here and there. Do you know what I mean? Cook, all of that sort of stuff. Just
standard things, innit? Standard things to get you through the day, innit?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm not gonna get KFC today. I'm gonna have some fruits. I'm gonna have some mangoes, instead.
Yeah.
And I mean, I definitely fell off during lockdown through workouts. Like, bro, I gained like 6 kg. Easy.
Listen,
mate.
Like,
KFC's next to my house. That's where I went.
Yeah, for me, what like, I remember like probably the first month or so, I was on it. I was doing it. Then after that, I was just
what? Everyone's just posting their little running pictures, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
5K
I
runs
used the
and all
night
that,
cap and I went like 5 km. It's like, okay, we get it. You've done this like 3 weeks in a row, bro. Like,
just like Jason, I was working as well, but I was a key worker, so I had to actually go into school. And then with the children that their parents are key workers as well, obviously parents can't leave the children at home. So so I think probably at the same time that kept me sane as well, to be fair, which I haven't realized until, well, not now, but saying this now, but I still sort of had a routine, even though I wasn't there as frequent as normal. So it was like one week on, 1 week off, because I had a rota, didn't it?
Yeah.
So in terms of still having fresh air and seeing, life, let's say, outside of the 4 walls, you know what I mean? Where like he's just on the computer,
stuck in my room,
stuck in his room. I'm still. There's a point where, literally, on the train. So let's say I wake up at 6, 7, usually packed. It gets to a point where I have to wait for the next set of people to get on the train, then I can get on the next one. When the pandemic hit, no one was on it. It was so weird.
Everyone was scared of public transport.
Yeah.
For good reason, obviously.
Of course, for good reason. Yeah.
I didn't do 9.
But I was sort of lucky in that sense where I could still touch base with outside nature,
real life, innit?
So that did keep me sane in that sense as well. So,
and that's why a lot of people just went for runs, bro, because I feel like it wasn't out of, okay, I want to keep fit, keep healthy, motivate my people. It was just like, okay, I need some sanity. Like we're Homo sapiens at the end of the day, innit? Like, we were like crawling around with the animals and shit, trying to like fend off for our life, fight or flight mode. We can't fight or flight mode when we're cozy in our like air conditioned rooms and shit, So and I guess I had a similar experience because I was just on my computer too much. When you have a 9 to 5 and you want to start building something on the side because it's going to be a dead end if you don't.
It gets unhealthy, innit?
It gets unhealthy because you're sitting there and you're like, okay, if I get up and pee right now, no, legit. If you get up and pee right now, you can't finish off this thought that you have in your head.
I hate you.
You know?
Bro, literally, after what we do, we jump on PlayStation, we start.
Bro, everyone was on Warzone, no?
Bro,
Listen. Warzone pro clubs. I've never played pro clubs so much in my life.
Yo.
And Warzone, listen, it got to a point where just, you know what time it is? 8 p.m. boom, everyone's on.
Honestly,
You got no excuse. You can't say you're working or whatever. You're at home.
I'm just there on my headset. Oh shit, I'm stuck in a gulag, bro.
Yo, gulag, I had some bad memories. Because you know, you have the man them, yeah. You're like, listen, talk to your boy, right? Like, everyone's fucking. Look, he's right, he's left, and you just die. And you're like, yeah, that was a help, guys. Why did you
got
say...
the man that was dashing stones.
Yeah, exactly,
dashing
bro.
stones and that, bro.
I can't lie, I was that man them. Just dashing, for no reason, just dashing stones.
Nah, I used to just beef everyone that was on top, innit?
Yeah. Now, because you had the headset, innit? Yeah. He was like, alright, I'm having fun with this, boy. Xbox or PS4?
PS4, bro.
There you go, all the way.
Come on.
All the fuck it way. PS4?
PS5.
PS5.
Alright, cool. Alright.
That's a flex though. I don't know how to take that one, you know? Nah,
What about you, CJ?
what about you? You've been.
Listen, man, it's gonna sound stupid, innit?
Pro Tools, innit? Pro Tools.
Man said Pro Tools. Yeah, what's it? The last console I owned was a 360.
That 360 was sick though back in the day. Yeah.
But when I play games, man, obviously because I've got my music stuff on there, so like if I'm playing games, it's on PC and
I heard PC is like a different world of gaming.
Bro,
yeah, literally.
A different world.
Literally.
Yeah, my brother's on PC, innit?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that guy's got the headset, everything, 2 monitors.
2 monitors, yeah.
Out, got the game
on.
Everything, bro. He's on job when it comes to that, bro.
Yeah. You know what? I low-key wish I got into that world quicker.
Me too.
Because you know what? I used to look at that shit. I used to be like very outdoorsy, innit? So play every sport under the sun. Like I play golf to a pretty elite level, innit?
This guy got golf.
Weird one, but good for business networking, all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, rich man, them just swinging.
Bro, I teach as well, innit? I teach on the side, yeah.
Okay.
So I try and be outdoors as much as possible. And I looked at them kids, you know, and you were like 12, 13, you're like, I'm never going to be one of you, you know? like I did, I was like, even if I tried and I dedicated a year of my life to it, when you know you'd be pretty good at it after a year, still like, I can't be like you. Yeah. And now they're getting the girls. Do you know what I mean? So
every girl wants to be with someone who's a YouTuber now, isn't it? So
yeah, exactly.
That's the flex.
It's changed from a footballer to YouTuber.
Bruh.
These footballers are making more money on YouTube.
It's mad. It's actually mad. But yeah, I just want to say, just like during this pandemic, if we didn't have technology, do you know how?
Bruh, yeah. Literally,
well, we would have been cavemen.
See, if we was in the day of our parents and stuff, and COVID was then, I don't know how they would
be chilling,
cope.
Bro.
No, honestly, how would you cope?
Bro,
they take it as a holiday, though.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
No,
they're always working.
Remember what you said though before that you're at your computer all day. Then next there's no PlayStation.
Bro, that's the thing.
It's Nintendo 64, and then how much? Right. You know what I mean?
You got to remember back in the day, they had nothing in it, so they just adjusted living.
Yeah, I guess so.
So it was their norm, innit?
Yeah,
probably bang on some TV. You know what I mean?
They probably just escape for like a little picnic on top of the hill or something. You know what I mean? Like just do whatever.
On top of the hill.
Yeah, because you have to hide away from them. Look down and just make sure no one's coming. You know? Oh man, but no, I think they would have coped with it very well or very badly. You know? With the technology and stuff, if they had that, then I think they wouldn't have been as productive. They wouldn't have been able to like give some of us the lives that we have right now.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, a lot of them are like, I guess our parents, because we're all around 24, right?
Yeah, I'm a bit older. Yeah, I'm 27, so.
Yeah, so around 20s, right? So I guess the older generation is probably like 50-ish.
Yeah.
You know, so around that age, like a lot of them did come over, hardworking people, you know, fending for themselves, going to a new environment most of the time. And yeah, I think they would have been chilling, low-key. Yeah, just playing video games and that. You know what I mean?
Smoke.
Mario.
Yeah, man. But like, I don't think anything like this would have happened if we didn't have technology.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I mean?
also
Because I think, I mean, this is like going on the kind of conspiracy side of things, but they were fabricating numbers a lot.
Yeah. 100%.
At some point, in various different
Of
areas.
course.
You know.
There's rumors about saying like all the numbers and that weren't even accurate, bro, because like they were just counting any old death.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they attributed it to COVID when in reality,
It was just like a normal cold.
the man's like 80. Like, bro, he was going to pass away at some point. You know.
Exactly.
So during the pandemic, we all binge stuff. What do you guys binge, by the way? During the pandemic.
During the pandemic, what was that?
And you
thing?
can answer these questions as well. Like, you don't have to exclude
No,
yourself.
I like to let the guests
Oh,
answer.
okay.
Then I'll maybe put my 2 cents in after you.
What was that thing called? Money Heist.
Yeah.
Binge that one out, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Money
It
Heist.
does definitely sound like something you'd be after watching, to be fair. This guy's all about his money, bro.
In it, bro.
Yeah.
Queen of the South. I binged that.
Is that good?
Good.
Yeah, this is a watch list, by the way, for you guys now.
Yeah.
No one knows
Take
what
down
to watch
notes.
on Netflix.
Listen. What else did I
Watch it by yourself. Don't watch it with no compadres.
Trust me.
Do you know what I mean?
You need to watch. When you watch these shows,
Money Heist, get some earbuds, you know, get some
Literally.
food on the side.
Yeah.
And
Not too much. food.
just watch the
Not
whole
too
thing.
much food, you know.
Yeah, otherwise you just die, bro. But nah, who is Tokyo? That Tokyo thing was amazing, bro.
But Loki, she was annoying, innit? But I mean,
But as an actress, though,
But she
performed really well.
She performed well.
But no one watched her because of her acting. Do you know what I mean? No one did. We're just being real out here, you know.
He's getting the hating now, isn't he?
Trust me.
I'm waiting for it, man.
Oh man.
It's
Yeah.
like, man,
No.
this suspect guy hates women.
Save me a bit of pride though, and take a little bit out. You know, not too much. Just
What else? Peaky Blinders. I was on that late, but I watched Peaky
Yo.
Blinders because when people were talking about it, I was like, I don't really know. First episode.
because of that Brummy accent, isn't it?
Yeah, and
that's what kind of put people off at the beginning, and then
First
bro,
episode
it's
was
the
like,
best series I've
Yeah.
ever watched
I've
in my
binged
life.
that one. I binged that one quite late during lockdown.
Yeah,
Like, do you know what I
yeah.
mean? But that one, I watched every single episode like back to back, bro.
mad.
Yeah, because it's
demolished
it tells you about UK history,
Mm.
but as well as that, it shows you a guy who you want to be like.
Yeah.
And obviously, every show that has a guy who everyone wants to be like is going to be successful.
Yeah.
Did you know?
Mm.
Tommy Shelby was actually based off the beat, bro.
No, I heard that as well.
Yeah.
Is it?
You know what?
Based off
What?
the
You
beat.
say you're Irish as well? Mad.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's
Alright,
part Irish.
alright.
Can you not see that?
Yeah. Sorry.
You know, I think it was yeah, fuck it. I was gonna continue it, and then I was like, say no more.
Another thing I watched was, well, I'm a massive Marvel fan.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
I'm a big Marvel fan. So I watched from literally Captain America all the way up to Endgame. So I binged that out. And then obviously
Bare anime.
yeah, bare anime as well. Yeah, a lot of
Banging that
anime.
out, bro.
Watched
Attack
Hero
on
Academia.
Oh no, I heard
Attack
that
on
in the
Titan.
podcast actually.
But
Yeah.
what,
You speak about anime.
I was like, yeah. So there was there is a period, well now, that I've started drawing. I don't know how. I used to be, when I say like shit at drawing,
yeah.
awful. Then all of a sudden, I've picked up a little neck. I was like, what? Since when can I draw? And then I just started moving to manga, and then I just started
like, do
enjoying
you watch
it.
a lot of manga as well?
Anime.
Like, anime?
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
Like
Like correct.
we basically had a
This guy. Can't let it slip.
so I forgot what I was gonna say. I can't lie. I'm clocking out, bro.
Yeah,
This is the end of the episode. Fuck. So obviously, what you take in, right? Whether it be music, whether it be pictures on the screen, it's basically programming. So I see it as like an Android downloading information, right? Because essentially that's what we are. We have like a central nervous system, obviously, that gives us neural pathways to get that. That's all the scientific bullshit out of the way. Okay, right? So do you feel like through watching anime, you were like, okay, cool, subconsciously finding this love for art and then putting it on paper and then realizing that you have it?
Yes and no. Yes, in terms of, I watch a lot of manga.
Yeah.
So manga, I said what you're saying now. Watch a lot of anime.
Anime.
A lot of anime.
What's the difference? Wait, what's the difference first? Cover the difference for us, please.
Me?
What's the difference in manga and anime?
I think manga's just like
book.
Yeah.
Manga's the
Manga's
book.
just
Yes, manga's the book, the drawing. Anime
Okay.
is the actual animation of,
Alright, cool.
of that particular genre.
Clear that up for
Yeah.
you folks.
You just had to, yeah. I got that right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Just in case.
Just in case.
But
Still Google it if you want.
Yeah, still Google it if you want.
double check.
So yes, in terms of that, I've watched a lot of anime, and it's made me, draw manga. But like as I said before, I'm a PE teacher assistant. So during COVID, I've been working in the classroom because usually I just do PE. That's it. So from reception all the way up to year 6. But recently, I've been just working with year 4s, and we were doing art, and I just thought, you know what, like they were doing something called Draw with Rob, so that's what they're used to doing. So I just thought, you know what, let me just draw.
Yeah.
And then I just had a little knack for it, and I was like, oh, this is not bad. Then all the children were like, oh, that's really good. And I was like, oh, you are kids, man. You what do you not know?
Yeah.
And one of the teachers come over and was like, wow, that's really good. You should really like take up
Yeah.
drawing.
And then you had that adult culture,
And then
and you were like,
yeah, and I was like,
then it's calm.
then it's calm because like she's really good at art. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
And then I think I just randomly sent you something.
you sent me like what was it, Vegeta or something?
No,
Vegeta?
was it Vegeta? No, it was Gohan.
Gohan.
Yeah, it was Gohan. So yeah, I drew Teen Gohan, and he was like, "Oh, what you draw? I didn't know you draw." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like I knew he was drawing, obviously because he's done the.
No, you must have been gassed when you heard that because you were like the
the
graphic guy behind it.
I'm not like him, by the way. Innit? Like,
No, of course.
No, I'm not trying to take
Of course, you're not trying to take his spot.
Yeah, but you know.
But maybe, you know.
if he's not there, I can,
He's gonna budge
I'm
over,
a good
you know?
backup. Yeah, but yeah, so he was like, "Oh my god, boy, you can draw, blah blah blah." And I was like, I don't think it's that great, but then he showed me his, and I was just like, that's why I need to put my pen down. But
yeah.
No,
But a lot of people picked up random skills during quarantine, innit? Like I thought I was a chef, bro. Like I was doing Master Chef by myself.
I was doing that bakery and that.
Yeah,
bro.
come on.
You know those little like Instagram girls who have a bakery shop, bro? I've seen like 10, 11, 12.
Bro, you know, bare them are getting taken down, you know? Because a few standard agency that it's not
exactly. Yeah.
So them lot thought they were making a little killing, do you know what I mean? But few standard agents coming in be like,
their little cupcakes and that, and think they could open something bigger.
You seen that little thing where that guy like whisking his thing and then he puts the whole thing in his mouth?
Yeah, that's
dead. How are you not trusting them and going and buying their cupcakes?
He's gone.
The sucking whisk, bro.
And you might trust his Instagram people buying their food.
You know he's down bad, bro.
Hey, he must have been roasting, boy, because...
Bob, you not seen that video of some guy washing chicken? Man put fairy liquid and bro! When I say people are tapped in the head, and
then you wonder why the food standard agency came up.
That's a very liquid,
bro. He goes, no, but you said wash the chicken, and she said, you're not. Yeah, I would have cancelled. I would have cancelled and just been like, yeah, you know what?
You know what though? Half of this shit is just scripted. Like we know that, but it's funny to think that it's real, just like reality.
Even now we're just talking about it. That's what they want us to do. Talk about it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, no random skill, isn't it? Like what did you pick that was random?
That's a great question.
Because obviously you had your main shit. You have your beat page, Cold Dusty, Instagram,
come on.
right there. Don't be humble.
I think if anything in it, I was
how to talk to girl that minute.
Oh, swear down. Drawing on A4 paper and that. I love that.
Man, like scripting conversations with girls and that. Nah, what's it? Yeah, I mean, random skill. I mean, I kind of used to do it, but I've done it a bit more, like animating and that. I wouldn't say I'm like a really good animator, but like, I just done.
No, it's just picking up another skill, innit?
Yeah.
Like for me, very boring, but I did SEO, so I learned how to do search engine optimization, which is basically You know how he said go on Google?
Yeah, that's not boring.
Yeah,
bro.
I'll make that
That's
shit go to
skill.
the top.
That's a skill.
Look, I'm
Yeah,
saying it's
that's
boring,
it,
but
yeah,
obviously
yeah,
I know
that's-
it's, you know, it's, you get,
Man trying to humble himself.
get nice bread. Get nice bread
He
from
just
that.
said to him, don't humble yourself. Look at him, humbling himself.
Yeah, you just
Take his own advice.
I'm Hippocrates at this point.
Yeah, another
But
thing
yeah.
that I done, which I thought I was amazing, I was trying to cut hair.
No way.
Yeah, man.
I had to teach him as well, bro.
Oh yeah, you cut hair innit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
cut
yeah,
hair,
yeah.
man.
You cut your own hair because, bro, my guy does that as well. Like, because it saves you a lot of peace.
Yeah,
It does. Like,
Well, you cut your own.
I'm too
I don't cut my own hair.
I'm too
I
short for
taught
that.
my brother how to do it to a certain extent. So sometimes you cut my hair in it.
Yeah.
My little brother, but I used to cut his hair a couple of times, cut a couple of my boys' hairs. But see this lovely, luscious beard, yeah? No barber's
I said
touching that apart
luscious.
from me. Do you know what I'm saying?
I said luscious.
Cheers. Speaking of beards,
No,
man.
I'm completely the opposite, bro. Because like I don't touch my beard myself. I've cut my beard off too many times.
I mean, look what
it's
you look
all
on
or nothing
today,
for
innit?
me, and I got nothing, so it might as just come off anyway. But listen, yeah, I can't read.
But no, if you man want to see us get haircuts by him, we'll see what go on. We'll try and make it happen.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll do a little content piece, maybe. You know,
Yeah.
wear the hoodie afterwards. See what go on. If it's shit, we won't wear the hoodie.
Jeez.
You know, that'll be interesting, bro. That'll be very
You
interesting.
lot got to donate £5 each if you want to see the
Oh,
video.
OnlyFans, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
Subscribe.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you got to
Quick
subscribe,
quiz.
all of that.
Maybe throw this out.
Nah, the baby toe is £10. Bro.
Yeah, sorry, that's the pinky in it. Sorry.
Yeah, pinky, little fiver comes.
Yeah, cheeky fiver.
Yeah, this is a bit too much feed talk for me.
Yeah,
So,
Man,
rappers, bro. Now, all of us kind of live vicariously through the rap music that we listen to. We've got in the circles that we've got into because of rap music. Most probably. What were your top 5 artists kind of growing up? Because it says a lot about personality. Don't say 5, say 2. Because 5 is a lot. It's a lot of pressure. Because you know when you say, what's your top 5 artists? And then you say it and then people respond to it. They're like, how come Drizzy wasn't on there, bro?
Yeah, you know what? It's all personal taste, man. At the end of the day.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
It's all about favorite. It's not about like what you think the skill level is, isn't it?
Number 1 for me is Eminem. That's that. The reason why is because I remember on my 12th birthday, my mum got me this like CD player, and she got me the Eminem album.
Yeah.
Listen, obviously, I think it was Marshall Mathers, LP2. I can't remember. But it's the one where he's sitting is he sitting or crouching? But he's got the hoodie on, and he's got, I don't know if he's wearing white Air Forces. I can't remember. But anyway, so he had like, you know, the Way I Am. What else was in there? Stan was in it.
Stan was in that.
Yeah. Oh, what was it? There was a couple others, but anyway, that was my first one.
Yeah.
And I remember because obviously, as I've been brought up, I can't swear, can't say nothing. Even now, if I saw my mum will slap me in it. That's the respect I have for my mum and dad in it. I can't do that. So I remember when she got me that, and I was thinking, are you trying to get me in trouble on purpose? Like, am I supposed to be listening to this now? But yeah, no, I heard that and I was like, yeah. From there, boom, loved him. Second, I would say Lil Wayne. I listened to Lil Wayne a lot back in the day.
A Millie.
Yeah.
There
But even a Carter 2. But yeah, a Millie, Lollipop. There's so many.
That took me a while to understand what that song was about.
Mad, didn't it?
Bro, when growing up, I was like, man, saying they lit me like lollipop. And then I grew up and I was like, yo.
Yeah, listen.
So for like 10 years, you were like, yeah, these lollipops must have been good, you know?
I'm just singing it like bare. And I was like, yo, why am I singing that, man? What's going on?
It's just like this song. I don't know if you guys heard it. It's called Cookie Jar.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard this song. But I didn't know what he was talking about. He was like Oreos, Milanos. I was like, yeah.
What was that guy's name again, bro?
I can't remember what it was.
Oh.
Was it? I feel like it was a Lonely Island type of vibe, but I can't remember what the name was.
My cookie jar.
Yeah, that one,
Who's that?
One.
Oh, fucking hell.
Was he
Yeah.
that Mixed Race guy?
Me. Yeah, that one. You know what? Let's play it now. Should we do a little reaction to that shit?
I got these problems. I need help trying to solve it.
Meeting after meeting. Yeah, that one.
Of them things.
It isn't. No, that's not him, is it? It can't be. What's his name? The one that sung with Bruno Mars. Not is it Travis Sutton? Travis McCoy? Is that him?
Gym Class Heroes.
Gym Class Heroes.
The Dream was in it as well.
But in Gym Class Heroes, it wasn't the guy called Travis McCoy or something.
I have a feeling it starts with
feeling. After check out his name because I think it's Travis McCoy. You know.
You just had an interview for them, man.
Yeah, that's the one. Well, I used to bang this tune out all the time.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, this was like a childhood favorite of mine, innit?
Nostalgia right there, man.
Like, every night after school, listening to it with your boy, with your fucking boy on the way back, and you're like, yeah, cookie jars and that.
Yeah, that is, yeah. With your boy, imagine that, with your boy, you're both singing it, and it's like...
And then his older brother broke the news to us, innit? So he sat us down, he was like, listen, you boys, you come into the house, right? You listen to this song, you know what it means. We were like, what do you mean? We're talking about cookies. He put his hand in it, he takes it out, he puts it in again. Like, that's how it goes, no? And he was like, you know they're talking about girls. And our faces were like, what? And you realize, like, okay, cool, we think the world right now is provocative as shit. But it was then, it was just under a mosque.
Bro, look at
they were
Disney,
very
for example.
smart with the
Disney be putting subliminals in that shit.
They've been going mad from way back, fam.
Innit?
You know what I mean?
Cartoons during our period. There were a lot of perverted
bro, Tom and Jerry was like one of the maddest ones.
Bro.
Oh no, don't ruin Tom and Jerry for me as well.
You see the little Scotty thingy? The Scotty one. Let's not talk too much on that one.
Yeah.
I know they're watching and they'll be like,
They're like, no, he's on this. Let's go. No, but honestly, like, they were seeding stuff in us, basically.
Yeah.
I think, like, it all goes back to the programming thing that we were talking about. But we won't talk too much about that because you shut us down. We don't want you to shut us down.
We don't want to be in jail, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're just trying to live life.
Live life.
Live your best life. Trying to talk to your boy on occasion.
Come
when he gets annoying,
Say no more.
Say no more, I guess. But listen, we got some good stuff coming up. Well, big stuff, I guess. We're gonna do hella episodes. And anything you want to say to the people before you go?
Go on, sir.
Yo, what can we say? Listen, like, share, subscribe. You know what I mean?
Red button.
You know what I mean?
The red button is gonna be like every 5 minutes, by the way.
You gotta spam it.
It's gonna be there right
You
now.
gotta make new accounts to spam it as well.
Innit? Trust me.
You know what I mean? If you don't do that, then what's the point?
And we're not gonna say like 70% of you aren't subscribed because none of you are subscribed. So subscribe.
That's a disrespect. Subscribe.
Don't disrespect. I'm out here getting cancelled. You know what I mean?
Like, he's gonna go back and edit everything. Yeah, he's gonna make sure everything that he says is amplified 10 times.
Trust me.
Black and white. Everything.
So like, if I'm selling my soul, you might as well give me some price for it. You know.
That leverage up. Yeah.
But yeah, no, let's this was a long ass conversation, you know. Fuck, we had a lot to speak about and we probably do going forward. But yeah, if you want to do individual episodes as well coming up down the line, we'll do that.
I'm down for
Delve deeper.
Down for that.
Into that shit.
I'm down for that.
But yo, you want to say love and respect and peace and all of that bullshit, like
love, respect. I've been CjLordane, Mizanah, Jason Coleridge, Richard. Ashanti.
You're dry.
It's alright. That's Ashanti.
Ashanti, you know.
Be young.
Well, come on, you know how it is. Signing off. Peace.